What did ancient humans do all day before jobs existed? Holy, let's get straight into the video, man.
You wake up when your body is ready. No alarm, no schedule, no place you need to be.
Bro, that alarm sound give me PTSD instantly. Like, I feel stressed, like physically stressed. I don't like that anyway.
You sit up, stretch, and ask yourself one question. What should I do today? For 99% of human history, this wasn't a hypothetical. This was every single morning for roughly 300,000 years. And the answer to that question looked nothing like the life you're living right now. Modern humans spend about 90,000 hours of their lives working. That's roughly 1/3 of your waking existence dedicated to a job. But for the overwhelming majority of human history, jobs didn't exist. There was no employment, no wages, no boss, no career ladder to climb. So what did people actually do all day? Let's start with what we know for certain.
I know we was trying not to die. Whatever it took not to die. You feel me? I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like life now is pretty, like, you know, was the word mundane. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything kind of boring and, like, you gotta go to work, you gotta do all this shit, But back in the day, like, you dying a horrible death, chances are. You feel me? Like, you're dying slow, you know, maybe some shit that you don't even understand. You feel me? And it's just, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's like I see animals today. You know what I'm saying? Like, even animals that live in the wild, even your pets, them niggas die old, slow. You know what I'm saying? Teeth start rotting. Now, I guess humans do that too. Shit. Yeah, I guess we on the same tip. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, I feel like, but they was getting eaten by animals and shit. Like, worse shit, starving to death, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people still do that. That still does happen. Type shit. Okay.
In 1963, archaeologist Richard Lee conducted a study that would change how we understand prehistoric life. He tracked the daily activities of the Dobeju Hwanzi people in Botswana, one of the few remaining groups still living in a way that resembles pre-agricultural human life. He found that adults spent about 2.5 days per week acquiring food. That's roughly 17 hours. The rest of the time, they did whatever they wanted. And here's the important part. This pattern shows up everywhere anthropologists look. The Hadza in Tanzania, the ache in Paraguay, the martu in Australia. Completely different environments, different continents.
Shee, you go look for food for 17 hours, then you just get straight to cracking buns. That's it. That's all niggas could do, you know what I'm saying? Wrestle each other and shit, do some, you know, I don't fucking know, dance. You ever seen them niggas that just be dancing, they be jumping super high and shit? What about the niggas that be like, I think they're in the Sudan. Them niggas, bro, them niggas be like, them niggas be hitting that shit, I'm not gonna lie. But they're not like prehistoric shit, like, but they just sit in the dances, you know what I'm saying? But that's what niggas probably was doing. You feel me? But it was probably a lot of hunting too, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta hunt, and then, you know, you gotta make sure that you're a better hunter than the other niggas, because then you might come home, you know, to your hut one day, and then boom, you'll start getting cracked by another nigga that just know how to fish better than you. Fuck. I'm not gonna lie, all that nigga know how to do is fish better than you, bro. That nigga just know how to fish better than you, and he brought your shorty a fish, and now you cook, now you done. But then again, they ain't no rules. So then you fuck around and crash out and go crazy mode, end that nigga career. You feel me? That's him. That's him, not you this time. You feel me? No rules back in the day. Anyway.
Same result, about 15 to 20 hours per week spent on survival activities. For context, you probably work twice that. Now, some of you are thinking, but those are modern people. How do we know ancient humans lived the same way? Fair question, and the answer comes from bones. When archaeologists compare skeletons of ancient humans to early agricultural populations, the difference is dramatic. Farmers were shorter. Their bones show signs of nutritional deficiency. Their teeth were riddled with cavities from grain-heavy diets. They had arthritis in their spines from repetitive labor. And they died younger. Ancient human skeletons, taller, stronger, healthier teeth, less joint damage. Their bones tell a clear story. They were doing less repetitive physical labor, not more. But the most fascinating evidence comes from something archaeologists found that...
I heard that, well, I think it's just true, but basically, like, black people, like people from Africa and stuff, there was more like hunting and things of that nature rather than like agriculture where you can get a whole bunch of foods and, you know, stack them for the winter because it gets cold during winter. So now you need to stack it, you need to hold it, then you need to bargain with other people so that you're able to fucking make it through winter and do all this other extra shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, you know, societies were made ultimately, because they needed different things so that you can bargain and get shit from other people. But down in motherfucking the motherland, you feel me? Down in motherfucking Africa, it's just, hey, bro, we gonna kill this big ass animal and we gonna eat that bitch. You feel me? And so there wasn't a need for, you know, all this bargaining chips and shit like that. It's like, bro, we can all eat, we all happy, fuck it, kumbaya, you know what I'm saying? Let's get jiggy. But yeah, and that's why, you know, society is how it is today. Type shit. That's that farming. Them niggas was shorter, madder, and fucked up teeth and shit. You know what I'm saying? Down in Africa, niggas was hunting, vibing, and chilling, and cracking buns. Anyway.
Shouldn't exist if survival was a constant struggle. Art. In 1994, explorers discovered Chauvet Cave in southern France. Inside were paintings created roughly 30,000 years ago. Horses, lions, rhinoceroses, rendered with perspective, shading, and movement. These weren't crude stick figures. This was sophisticated art that required skill, planning, and most importantly, time. Someone spent hours, maybe days, deep inside a cave by firelight, painting animals on a wall. Not for survival, not for food, for beauty, for meaning, for something to do.
Bro, he probably came out of that fucking cave and his fucking dad was... Nigga, you supposed to be hunting. This way he said. He said, nigga, you supposed to be hunting. Why the fuck you ain't hunting, bitch ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? You over here, you wanna draw? You wanna paint, man? Come on, bro. Not my son. You better go outside and start. You better catch you a hyena, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? That's what was happening. You know what I'm saying? That's why they was deep inside of a cave to hide that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just had a love. Nigga just had a love for painting. Nigga said, I wanna draw. For what? Why you trying to draw, nigga? Ain't nobody gonna see this shit. 30,000 years later, boom, we looking at that shit. Nigga got shade in. Nigga a different breed. Nigga was painting with his own blood. Nigga was painting with piss shit and blood. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Lombos Cave in South Africa. Archaeologists found 100,000-year-old perforated shell beads. Damn. Tiny holes drilled through seashells, clearly meant to be strung together as jewelry. The nearest coastline was 20 kilometers away. Someone walked 40 kilometers round trip just to collect shells, then spent hours...
That's crazy, because I'll probably get you more bitches back in the day. Nigga got a couple more. Nigga got some shells around his neck. Stop playing. I walked down to the beach, found the best shells a nigga could find. Put that shit around my neck. Stop playing with me. I'm shining, nigga. Even.
Hours carefully drilling holes with stone tools, just to look good. In 2008, researchers found a 40,000-year-old flute carved from a vulture bone in Germany. Damn. 5 finger holes, perfectly spaced. Whoever made this understood music, they understood pitch, and they spent significant time crafting it. Not for hunting, not for defense, for music. These aren't isolated finds. Across Europe, Africa, and Asia, archaeological sites from 100,000 years ago onward are filled with evidence of decorative objects. Carefully crafted tools far more elaborate than necessary for survival, and items that required hours of focused work with no immediate practical benefit. This is what people did when they weren't securing food. They created. They decorated. They made things beautiful. So let's reconstruct a day. You wake up around dawn. The fire from last night is still smoldering. Someone adds wood. You eat leftover meat or fish from yesterday. Maybe some nuts or berries collected the day before. Breakfast is social. People talk. They plan loosely for the day. Not because they have to, because that's what humans do. Around mid-morning, a small group might leave to hunt or gather. But here's the key. You don't go every day. If the hunt was successful 2 days ago and food is stored, you might not leave camp at all. You might spend the morning working on tools, sharpening a spear, weaving a basket, scraping an animal hide to make it soft and usable. This isn't work in the modern sense. There's no clock, no supervisor. You do it because competence matters, because being skilled earns respect, because making things well is part of being human. If hunting happens, it's not the frantic chase you see in movies. Humans are persistence hunters. We track animals at a steady jog for hours until they overheat and collapse. We're the only species that can do this effectively because we can sweat and regulate our body temperature while running.
Who the fuck? Not me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Somebody probably could have did that shit back in the long days. Not me. I ain't running for no hours. I'm sorry. That motherfucker will be out of sight, out of mind. I can't see that motherfucker no more, bro. That nigga he done took off on our shits, bro. We can't catch no damn gazelle. That nigga gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They was moving different. I'm not gonna lie, nigga. I run a mile. I'll run a mile in 10 minutes and be ready to die. Maybe 11. Shit, you feel me? Tight shit.
Animals can't. So we outlast them. The hunt might take 3 to 6 hours, including travel. Then the animal is carried back and butchered. Everyone eats. And by early afternoon, the productive part of the day is essentially over. What happens next is what modern people find hardest to understand. Nothing and everything. People rest. They sit in the shade and talk. They play with children. They groom each other, picking through hair, reinforcing bonds. They make jewelry from shells or beads or animal teeth. They carve designs into bones or stones. They nap. Anthropologist James Sussman documented that among the Juhuansi, adults spend roughly 6 hours per day in what he called social time. Not working, not sleeping, just being with other people, talking, laughing, telling jokes, because in a world without money or police or written contracts, your survival depends entirely on your relationships. If people don't like you, they don't have to share food when you're hungry. So you invest enormous amounts of time in those bonds. Not because it's productive, because it's how humans stay human. Then the sun sets, and this is when something remarkable happens. In 2014, anthropologist Polly Wiesner analyzed hundreds of hours of conversation recordings from the Juhuanzi. During the day, conversations were practical: who saw animal tracks where, which plants were ready for harvest, complaints about someone not sharing fairly. But at night, around the fire, 81% of conversations shifted to stories. Myths about how the world began, tales of ancestors who did impossible things, jokes that made everyone laugh, adventures from far away. Wiesner argued that this is where human culture was actually born. Gods, spirits, the past, the future. Things you can only think about when your stomach is full and you're safe. And people didn't go to sleep and stay asleep the way you do now. Historical records from medieval Europe and sleep studies from the 1990s confirmed that before artificial light, humans slept in 2 phases. First sleep for about 4 hours, then a wakeful period of 1 to 2 hours in complete darkness. Then second sleep for another 4 hours. So here's what a full day looked like. About 4 to 6 hours securing food or making tools. About 6 hours in social interaction, storytelling, grooming, playing. About 8 hours sleeping in 2 separate phases, and the rest resting, sitting, watching clouds, doing nothing in particular, existing without needing to justify your existence through productivity. Then, about 10,000 years ago, something changed. Humans in the Fertile Crescent began planting seeds and domesticating animals. Agriculture. And agriculture is a trap. Once you start farming, you can feed more people. More people means you need more food. More food means more farming. Within a few generations, populations exploded and there was no going back. Because now there were too many mouths to survive by hunting and gathering. You were locked in. And farming required far more labor. Plowing, planting, weeding, harvesting, storing, defending crops from animals and raiders. The skeletal evidence is unambiguous. Early farmers worked harder, ate worse, and died younger than the hunter-gatherers who came before them. But the population kept growing, and with larger populations came specialists. Toolmakers, potters, weavers, inventors, then soldiers, priests, administrators, and eventually jobs, employment. The idea that your time belonged to someone else in exchange for resources. By the time we built cities, the original human lifestyle was gone, replaced by schedules, obligations, the need to work most of your waking hours just to survive in the system we created. Today, you spend 90,000 hours working. Your ancestors spent way less. You sleep in 1 block and call waking up at 2 a.m. insomnia. They slept in 2 phases and used the middle hours for reflection. You spend your life chasing an illusion of greatness, achievements, wealth, and success by standards society invented. They woke up every morning already free, already enough, and at peace with nothing to prove to anyone. They didn't need to become successful.
This is diabolical, because if someone said, yo, you can go out, live in the boonies, do whatever, hunt your own food, and so on and so forth. Live how these niggas living. Bro, I don't got no AC, bro. I'm cooked. I don't got no AC, no lights, bro. I can't check Insta. I can't check. I can't fucking doom scroll. I can't do nothing, bro. That shit it sounds so ass, but it's probably so freeing. But it's almost like Pandora's box. Like, once you get it, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. You feel me? Candy, I can't have no chocolate no more. We got fucked up. Can't have no chocolate, can't have nothing, but can't do shit. Shit, it sounds ass. But it would be a happier existence as a whole. You feel me? Right now, you know, we have a lot of luxuries, but the luxuries are, like he said, they're a trap. You know, they're going to continue to push us into a direction where we need to stockpile more and more and more and more and more shit, when we can literally all live happily just off the land and do our own thing, bro. But hey, I mean, when you really think about it though, we're all trying to stockpile made up shit, made up bullshit, nigga. Piece of paper. We're trying to stockpile some bullshit ass piece of paper. And it sucks. But it's made up so you can make up your own money by doing things that can make you money. You know what I'm saying? You can always innovate and make a way to make your own money. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, but it's a sad thing because most people can't. Drip or drown.
You were already living the life you're working your entire existence to retire into. You make art if you can find time after your job. They made art because they had time, and that's what humans do. We're not a different species, but we live so differently from how humans lived for 99% of our existence that we...
Bro, if you brought a human from that time and you could just acclimate them, like just put them into society, they spoke our language, they did all this shit, whatever, you know what I'm saying, their teeth wasn't fucked up and they're all like whatever, and you just drop them into our time, they'll probably blow they shit smooth off. Like, y'all niggas is living horrifically. Y'all got life so fucked up. But like I told y'all, it's that agriculture. It's when you fucking can make a whole bunch of corn and then stack your corn for however long, and then now you gotta bargain with other people. Now you gotta protect shit, and now you gotta make sure other people don't take your shit, and it's just too much. And that's why you needed, you know, a police. You know what I'm saying? You needed rules and regulations. You needed all these things because everyone's trying to stockpile their own shit because nobody looking out for each other. When back in the day, if we caught the motherfucking mongoose, my nigga, we all eating the mongoose, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what a mongoose is. I don't know how big a mongoose is. Type shit.
Might as well be. We traded freedom for food security, leisure for population growth, time for productivity, and most of us have no idea what we gave up because we never knew it was there.
Facts. Oh, that's me. Oh, wow.
Teacher.
Oh, whoa. We went quick to the next vid, ain't it? But anyway, y'all let me know what you guys think. It kind of sucks that we live like this, but what can you fucking do, you know? Them niggas was getting eaten by motherfucking by panthers and shit. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping on gravel. Hey, I mean, that's better. Maybe that's better, you know what I'm saying? They bones are better, they teeth was straight, they bones was good, like they was vibing. But anyway, you guys let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let me find a button. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.